Cheers, everyone. Welcome back. And today, I had a lot of fun making that video about using logic on how to manifest. And I've gotten good reception from that video. It seems like people have been posting it on Twitter and all that stuff. And I really do appreciate everybody and all the positive feedback I've been getting on the videos lately. And so today, what I wanted to do is talk about how we can, using this same type of framework, using our affirmations, using our self-talk, our inner speech, and our inner dialogue, we can use that to affect our emotional states, our feeling states. And how, by using that is one way, again, that we can use that logic to really get towards what it is that we want. I mean, obviously we want to feel good. Obviously, part of achieving our goals is so that we can feel good. And really, I want to draw the conversation also to the fact that a lot of the times, really what this is about, using robotic affirmations, using any of these practices that we get to get towards our goals, towards our manifestations, is really about being that more higher version of ourselves. It's really about tapping into that fully expressed version of who we can be while we're here on this planet. I really do believe that. And so knowing all of this, knowing that essentially all of it, even any external manifestation that we get, even if we achieve the $100 million or, the perfect spouse or any of these classic sort of goals and ideals that people have, life doesn't end at that point. You see people that are super rich, you see people that have amazing, significant others. And even with those people that have achieved whatever external kind of outcome that they've wanted, it's, there's the classic image of, the millionaire, the lonely millionaire sitting on top of the mansion in the hill by himself, right? It's like, even once you do achieve this external circumstance, this external thing that you are navigating towards, there's the inner fulfillment, the inner connectedness with that higher energy, that divine source within yourself that allows you, really all of reality stems through us. It stems through us. It's not that we're able to, this is kind of getting into semantics here, but a lot of people have pointed out, Frederick Dodson included, as does Neville, but the idea that we're not really attracting this stuff. It's like this stuff is coming through us. It's not like we had to get to this stuff. It's coming through us. So anyways, short little preamble, and now I'm going to get into the sauce. So imagine this simple statement, simple question. What would I like to create more of in my life? Simple enough, right? But when we start to direct and start to ask the right questions, as I've mentioned in recent videos, we start to get better answers, right? So I'm thinking simply, when we're trying to reach for those better feeling states, right? How can we use affirmations to get there? How can we use robotic affirming to get to that better place? So just making a decision, setting an intention, making an affirmation. I'm going to feel good today. I'm going to feel good this week. And then allowing ourselves to sit with that. So I'm feeling better and better. If we're in that negative place with the heavy emotions, it's like I'm slowly beginning to feel better and better. I'm actually allowing myself to feel more at peace with the current circumstance. I'm actually allowing myself to feel in a state of optimism for the future. I'm allowing myself to feel better and better and better emotions in the moment. And see what those kinds of statements actually invoke inside of you. We've been talking about internal representations and how these are tied in with our robotic affirmations, because when we speak, when we use the word, when we use an affirmation, statement, question, the mind has no choice really. Again, going back to the simple example, don't think of a hot air balloon, right? What do you picture when you think of that? Or if you ask yourself the question, what would it look like if I started feeling better, a little bit better? Your mind is going to create an internal representation of what that actually does look like. Say that you've been in a state of disease, you've been in a state of emotional dysregulation. Well, what would it look like if I was feeling a little bit more regulated emotionally? What would it feel like if I was actually taking deep breaths from my diaphragm instead of this shallow, anxious state that I've been in, right? So take a look at, I have some notes here and I'm gonna go through these. So I'm gonna have more energy. I'm gonna be more positive. I'm gonna start to kick ass. I'm gonna get stuff done. I'm gonna come up with amazing solutions in my life. I'm gonna get the most out of my day. I'm going to start loving my life more. I'm gonna love myself more. I'm going to connect with more people, be more playful. And when you start to shift that dialogue and you start to declare these intentions, you start to set these affirmations of what it is that you are deciding to bring more of into your life. And realize it's not done in this negative sense with this fear-based negativity where it's like, oh, if I don't do this, then I suck. Like if I don't do my affirmations today, then I'm like, I fell off and now I can't. It's with this playfulness, and it's that I already am it. I just want more of it in my life, right? I want to choose it. I want to bring it to the forefront in my reality. It's already existing out there. This version of myself that we've been talking about in these parallel realities, parallel timelines, it's already there. That version that feels good, that version that's confident, that version with the pep in their step. I'm bringing him or her to the forefront in my consciousness, in my conscious awareness. What does that version of me look like more? I'm getting more and more in tune and more in synchrony with what that version of myself looks like. So I want to bring it out of the ether. I want to emphasize it, experience more of it in my life. I am more powerful. I feel good. I have all the things that I want in my life. I have all the things that I need in my life. I'm good. I have all the resources I need at my disposal to create that better life, that better future for myself that I'm allowing myself to envision, that I'm allowing myself to entertain, that I'm allowing my conscious awareness to dwell on, rather than that old painful story. So, again, I have all the resources I need. I'm creating this life. And if you have these heavy emotions, this is going to begin to change that by dwelling on these other thought forms, by dwelling on these positive affirmations that you're making to yourself. You're going to start creating these different, more pleasant internal representations, and you're making it fun. You're having fun with it. You're thinking about things that make you want to live your life in more amazing ways. And it could even be basic things. Sometimes basic, like, just going out on a walk, going through your neighborhood, but deciding that, hey, I'm going to, put a smile on my face. I'm going to appreciate the sunshine that's out today, or I'm going to appreciate, this neighborhood that I'm in. I'm going to actually give my neighbor a compliment. I've never talked to this neighbor before, but I see them all the time. And so I'm actually going to, connect with somebody today, right? It's about appreciating what it already is there and finding the gratitude and the presence of being in the here and now. And then you can affirm on that too, as well. If you want to meet more people, I really love meeting new people. Every time I go and do something that helps me be more outgoing and more expressed, I get breakthroughs. I get energy. I learn something. I become more of who it is that I want to be. I step more into that version of myself that is confident, that is powerful, that is at the cause of my reality. You see yourself becoming that, and on the other side as the confident, courageous, and powerful version of yourself. You can say things like, I would love to feel really good in my body. I would love to have more success in my week this week. I would love to have more passion in my week. I would love to make my house a beautiful space to live in. Make my dating life more engaging, so I really start to engage and have beautiful experiences. These are the kinds of things that get you moving and that start building up some momentum. So you're focusing on your outcomes, how you can have a better relationship with yourself first and foremost. And this is getting you into this getting you into a sense of momentum. And you're letting yourself explore. You're letting yourself get excited and get on track with what it is that you're creating. Engaging in this process, it won't even take that long. This process of kind of priming the mind to be on the lookout for these things. And now your RAS is going to be focused on those positive things because of this internal dialogue, this internal narrative, these affirmations. And so even just by watching this video, you can see that this is going to start to change your state of being. Thinking about these concepts, let them settle in, let them percolate, let them bloom. And you will be surprised that they will start to have an effect, and you're going to feel more productive, more positive, and start to experience change inside your life. Sometimes you begin to see things transform instantly. It's like Frederick Dodson says, that things around you look the same, but it's like the things that you look at change when you change the way that you look at things, right? And you begin to see this more like vibrancy, almost the tones of reality, as Vadim Zeland said, kind of change, and they become more vibrant, more vivid. That circumstance or that person that you always saw in this kind of negative way, let's say the neighbor example again, now you begin to see this other side of them or this other thing, and you start to become more curious. You start to become more excited for life. So these things begin, and when you start talking to yourself like this, when you start embodying this version, this being, this way of being, this higher way of being, this higher consciousness, you kind of begin to cleanse yourself of this negative thinking, and you cleanse your inner sense of being. You cleanse your awareness. You cleanse your energy by doing this. And now you're going to be seeing the inner vision. You're allowing yourself to close the gap between who it is that you want to be and where you kind of are at the moment. What would I love to be? Talk to yourself in a positive way. You're going to start to rehabilitate yourself in this positive way. And you're always winning when you begin to become that more fully expressed version of yourself, like I said. So even if you let's say that, you go up and talk to a girl and she like quote unquote rejects you, or, you apply for that job position and, you don't make the position, or you wanted to get in that school, but by going for the things that you want, by simply being and entertaining in that state, now you are, again, all of those things is just pushing you further and further and further along the path. I put that video up recently about reacting to opposites or getting excited about opposites, and how really that is almost just like the universe showing you a test that's like, okay, is he gonna, or he or she, are they going to continue with this old storyline and fall back into these negative states of emotion and being, or are they going to actually, go the other way, transmute the energy and use it as fuel to actually go forward? So, this is really about you. It's about bringing your focus onto yourself so that you can then benefit everybody else. And you're starting to direct your subconscious. You're starting to reprogram your subconscious mind. You're not getting caught up in the external 3D and the realistic facts, but you're letting yourself work things out in a more slow, steady, easy, playful way. And this takes a lot more of a load off and actually allows you to begin to move the ball forward just by allowing yourself to entertain the positive. Remember when we were kids, we used to like to play dress up. We used to like to play with our action figures. We used to like to dwell in that state of imagination. When you allow yourself to understand that those states of imagination, it's not just imagination. It's not just make believe. It really is. You are actually communicating with your subconscious. You're communicating with the all that is, with that infinite intelligence when you do this. And so by getting into this playful state, you're allowing yourself to feel these good feelings. You're allowing yourself to feel these positive affirmations that you're making, to really bring them into being, to bring them into the forefront of your mind. And where your focus goes, energy flows. And so you really are on a tangible level. Your thoughts are real forces. Your mind is like a sending and receiving station of thought. So when you really start to dwell in this place, you're really going to start to see reflections of that coming back to you. Allow yourself to daydream. Allow yourself to imagine. Exercise your creativity. Speak these things into existence. Write things down. Think about them. Feel good about them. And follow. Now you're going to start to follow this principle of like be, do, have, where you hold them in your conscious awareness, which then allows you to feel how good it feels to have that, and then allow yourself to make that happen. And again, it's allowing yourself. Again, everyone, the whole action debate, whatever, I'm not going to get into that right now, but it's like when you start to focus on those positive things, you naturally will start to take those different actions. You naturally, as embodying a different energy, that version of yourself begins to take different actions. That version of yourself begins to, go up and strike that conversation. They begin to sit down and craft your video script. They begin to sit down and begin to write your book, right, or whatever it is that you're focusing on. Create that, that harmonious space in your living environment. And by doing this, again, it's going to shift you in a place where when you're having that kind of playful, carefree, fun attitude, you're excited, you're curious, you're exploratory about life, you're going to enjoy it. And that's, again, like the point of this is realizing that those external manifestations are really just tools for you to be your fully expressed version, fully highest version. And when you step into being that, then living that way, creating a beautiful space for yourself, creating like beautiful opportunities for you to connect with more people, creating opportunities for you to express your creativity in general is going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable. You're not going to have to like look at yourself like, oh, I didn't do my thing again. And, keep acting with discipline because now I got to do this. Well, in a sense, you are acting with discipline because you're disciplining your mind. You're disciplining your awareness. You're disciplining your thoughts. You're disciplining what you allow yourself to dwell on. And you can take action. You can use discipline to a certain extent, but it's not going to be this hard won battle every single time that, now I have to force myself to do this because if I don't do this, then I'm not going to receive my goals or I'm not going to receive my manifestation or whatever. Doing this is going to allow kind of magic to begin to happen. You're going to start to experience more and more synchronicities. You're going to start to feel good, set these intentions, and create this powerful kind of carefree way of living your life. And these go inside your mind, they take root, and they show you that you are really the master of creating your reality. So with that being said, guys, I hope that this makes sense. I hope that you find this valuable, that kind of like slowly using these affirmations, using robotic affirmations, the positive self-talk, and asking the right questions, dwelling on these things, is going to allow you to shift your feeling state. And by saying, I'm choosing to feel better in the moment, I'm choosing to, think about this, I'm choosing to think about this positive outcome, that's going to shift your emotional state. That's going to shift your feeling state. And then it's gonna compound, you're gonna see movement, you're gonna see more and more change. And so with that being said, guys, much love as always. Drop this video with a like, hit me with a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.